What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. I just want to focus in on the Washington Capitals re-signing Braden Holtby to a 5-year extension that'll pay him on average a little over $6 million a season. 5 years, $30.5 million for an average of $6.1 million per season. They're about to go to arbitration, the Caps and Holtby, and avoided that route by getting this long-term deal done. And I'm always on the fence about paying goalies that kind of money. But Holtby's been, one of the better goalies in the league since he come up. 923 save percentage, 222 goals against, both in the top 10 last year in the NHL in both categories. Actually led the league in saves. So I think that speaks more about the Capitals defense. But I thought he played really well in the playoffs. It wasn't their fault. They didn't get past that New York team. But I like him. I think he's a very important part of this team's core. And I think anytime you can avoid arbitration is a good thing. This year were his career best, and I think he's only going to get better. He's still a very, very, in terms of goalie age, young. He's 25. Most goalies don't establish themselves till they're 26, and he's been a mainstay on a team that's gone to the playoffs. I think 3 out of the 4 years he's been a full-time starter. Actually 3 out of the 4 years he's been up. I mean, you look at the 2012 season. Come up late, and then They beat the reigning champion Bruins and go to 7 with the President's Trophy winning New York Rangers. So his playoff numbers have always been very, very good. A lot of that I think, and I'm not taking anything away from that Bruins series 3 years ago. The defense played really great from him, but I think this year he made up for a less than stellar defense. I mean, look at the amount of money the Capitals have put into their blue line over the last year or so, whether it's Brooks Orpika and this kind of guy like that, but. To have, first of all, I think they overpaid on both those guys. So I think that's a microcosm of their blue line on the whole. But I think you look at it as he's a mainstay. He's going to be a big part of any potential player from they have, and I don't have an issue with it. Again, a lot of money for goalie, but you look at what a Tuukka Rask or Carey Price, Henrik Lundqvist. Is he in that category? No, but he's just that rung below them. And I think a trip to the conference finals puts him in that category. The aforementioned guys, that's the uniting factor, if you will, between Carey Price, Tuukka, Lundqvist, is having that conference final trip on their resume. And Lundqvist Lundqvist and Rask's case, both have one trip to Stanley Cup final on their resume. So next year in Washington is going to be intriguing. They added Oshie, they added Justin Williams, they got Holtby locked up long term. The cynics are going to say, well, what's the excuse going to be next year when they lose in the playoffs? So, we'll see how it all works out. But I'd rather have him at this money than not have him at all, because finding a replacement is not that easy. So I'd rather, again, show him the money now than, let him walk. Maybe you don't like the arbitrators ruling, you let him walk, and then, where do you find a number one goalie in the middle of the summertime? With all the free agent and trade things dried up. It's a tough market. So, again, good move. Little on the overpayment side, but that's just the way it's going to be. I'd rather overpay for him than not have him. Anyway, that's like an episode of the Power Play with CJ. Stay tuned for episodes for the off season and beyond. Later, guys.